The U.S. Congress will soon hold hearings on recent sightings of unidentified flying objects near one of the main nuclear bases in the country. Such cases have sparked a great interest in the UFO phenomenon, which has been alarming the public and experts for decades. According to information from military sources, unexplained objects have approached strategic sites, demonstrating capabilities that raise questions about their nature and potential threats. In fact, UFO sightings have been documented for a long time. One of the most famous is the Roswell incident, 1947, when an unknown object was recorded falling, which many believe to be a spacecraft of extraterrestrial origin. Another interesting case occurred in 1980 in Rendlesham Forest in the UK, where the military witnessed strange light phenomena. It's also important to mention the cases when UFOs were observed over Area 51, a mysterious object in Nevada, where the U.S. military is rumored to keep evidence of alien contact. For decades, the U.S. government has concealed information about UFOs, keeping the public in the dark about the nature of these objects. For example, the existence of Area 51 was long denied by the government, and only years later this base was recognized as real. But its activities remain under a veil of secrecy. The topic of UFOs has gone beyond myths and conspiracy theories, as it's now becoming a serious scientific issue and officially studied at the state level. Video footage of unidentified flying objects authenticated by the U.S. Department of Defense has increased interest in this topic.
It does show, though, that the U.S. government is taking the matter very seriously.
UFOs, extraterrestrial technology, or secret government experiments. One of the main hypotheses about the origin of UFOs is the assumption that these objects may be the result of government experiments, in particular advanced military aviation. There are several modern secret aircraft in the United States that are capable of performing such maneuvers and demonstrating technologies that can be mistaken for UFOs. In particular, these are 1. The X-44 Manta. The X-44 Manta is an experimental aircraft without tailplane with a unique shape developed by Lockheed Martin. It features stealth technologies that make it almost invisible and the ability to fly hypersonically. The unusual shape of the X-44 often causes confusion with UFO sightings, as this aircraft can travel at speeds that are not typical of conventional aircraft.
And it has a significant amount of weapons carrying and payload capability.
The NASA X-59 Quest, an aircraft designed for quiet supersonic flight, can also cause misunderstandings among witnesses. It breaks the sound barrier almost silently, allowing it to go unnoticed at low altitudes. This may explain eyewitness accounts of silent UFOs.
X-59 will be able to fly at supersonic speeds, faster than the speed of sound, without producing a loud sonic boom.
The SR-72 Dark Star is another aircraft from Lockheed Martin that's the successor to the famous SR-71. This aircraft can reach speeds of over 3,700 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest aircraft in the world. The SR-72 has advanced weapons and state-of-the-art stealth systems. Given its ability to travel at hypersonic speeds, many UFO witnesses may confuse this aircraft with something extraterrestrial.
In the past, you may have needed, a whole strike from a carrier to be able to do that. Now you just do it with one.
Some testimony presented during the hearings indicated that the UFOs had the ability to abruptly change their trajectory and disappear from radar. Such maneuvers are also typical of secret military aircraft, especially with the latest stealth technologies. Views on causes and impacts. The theory that UFO sightings may be related to modern aviation experiments has many supporters. Given the characteristics of the X-44 Manta and X-59 Quest aircraft, their speed, maneuverability, and invisibility, it's obvious that they could be perceived as extraterrestrial objects. However, this also leaves open the question of their presence near nuclear facilities. If these planes were indeed part of secret military missions, this could explain their frequent appearance near strategic facilities. On the other hand, the theory of the extraterrestrial origin of UFOs continues to gain popularity due to the unusual characteristics of these objects that surpass our current knowledge of physics and technology. Many witnesses, including military pilots, report UFO characteristics that cannot be reproduced even by modern aviation technology.
Triangular-shaped UFO, like something that would be right out of an alien movie. And you're like, whoa!
The UFO phenomenon has a global nature. In addition to the United States, similar sightings have been recorded in other countries. In many cases, people have also observed unidentified objects performing maneuvers beyond the capabilities of human technology. For example, there's a well-known incident in 2004 off the coast of California when a crew of the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier spotted an object known as a Tic Tac that demonstrated extreme speed and maneuverability, disappearing from radar and changing direction at impossible angles. This may be evidence of both extraterrestrial civilizations and advanced aviation technologies being tested under strict secrecy. There have been several other UFO sightings in the United States that have been linked to the state of Nevada and the iconic Area 51. One of the most famous events occurred in 1989 when engineer Bob Lazar publicly stated that he worked at a facility near Area 51 and saw alien spacecraft. According to him, the U.S. government was researching technologies received from extraterrestrial civilizations. Although his testimony is controversial, many people believe that Area 51 is a center for research into alien technology. In addition, in the 1950s and 1960s, numerous UFO sightings were observed during the testing of experimental aircraft in Area 51. One of these events occurred in 1962, when a mysterious object was seen flying over the site, moving at an incredible speed, exceeding the capabilities of existing aircraft at the time. Another case was recorded in Nevada in 1994 when military radar picked up an object traveling at over 930 miles per hour and disappeared without a trace. These sightings have fueled hypotheses that Area 51 is a test site for advanced or even alien technology that could be mistaken for a UFO. Despite widespread interest, the scientific community does not have a consensus on the nature of UFOs. However, some scientists admit that advanced technologies such as hypersonic aircraft or new energy sources may be at the root of current sightings. Aircraft such as the X-44 and SR-72 may be part of secret programs that most people are not aware of yet. Government, transparency, and the public. The U.S. Congressional hearings are an important step toward greater transparency on UFO issues. The public has long been demanding access to information about these phenomena, and this process of discussion helps to shed light on previously classified material. However, the question remains, what exactly do eyewitnesses see? Extraterrestrial craft or advanced Earth technologies? Even military experts were shocked by what the eyewitnesses captured on camera. This object has incredible technology that surpasses everything we know today, and its abilities stir the imagination. The collaboration of the two space companies allowed us to look at something new and unusual. What was it? Why did two space companies suddenly need to secretly launch something like this? What are they hiding, and who are they afraid of? You'll find out in a moment, but for now, sit back and subscribe to the channel. Now you'll see the most stunning footage of NASA and SpaceX launching a real UFO into space. So have you ever thought that NASA and SpaceX are secretly working together on something out of this world? So you were right. The two companies have indeed been cooperating for quite some time. In the past, the two space giants were engaged in a program to create a lunar module to land civilians on the moon. Later, the contract was terminated, but the companies continued to cooperate, but on a new unnamed project. This also includes the U.S. government's secret funding of Elon Musk's projects, comprehensive assistance and support in creating new spacecraft, and so on.
You can add up all the rockets launched by other rocket companies in the United States, and it doesn't come close to what SpaceX is doing.
Doesn't this sound like an agreement? But between whom? Or what? Most importantly, why was it necessary to increase the capacity of the two largest space exploration companies? Is it to create a new weapon that'll protect us from UFO invasion? Speaking of UFOs, did you know that a UFO is not necessarily something alien? In fact, the object that ordinary people may think is extraterrestrial will actually turn out to be a long-known development created by the government. My point is that the story of NASA and SpaceX launching UFOs does not mean that they've created a flying saucer. Moreover, information has recently emerged about what kind of object space corporations have built and launched. The code name of this project is EFS. No one's provided the exact decoding, but there's an assumption that this abbreviation stands for Extra Fast Satellite. Before the project began, several unusual events occurred that later turned out to be related to preparations for the creation of a unique satellite. A few months before the project began, NASA and SpaceX scientists began receiving strange signals from space that could not be identified. These signals turned out to be the output data from previously launched probes that sent the information needed to create a new satellite.
It costs $2 billion per launch.
At the same time, abnormal weather events, including electromagnetic storms and localized lightning, were observed in the area of NASA and SpaceX research centers. These phenomena, as it turned out later, were the result of testing new technologies in the early stages of the project. Also, for several months, local residents and pilots have reported sightings of strange flying objects that could not be identified as known aircraft or drones. Could these objects have been prototypes of the satellite that were tested in real flight conditions? It's also become known that the government has transferred parts of other aircraft to SpaceX for storage, allegedly to explore the possibility of flying outside the Earth's atmosphere. The list of these parts includes the aerodynamic body of the F-22 Raptor, parts of which formed the basis of the satellite's design. The B-2 Spirit stealth technology, which allowed the satellite to be virtually invisible to ground and space radars, and the SR-71 Blackbird engine, which was previously considered the highest flying aircraft. Now do you get the picture? Most likely, the government and corporations were trying to create a new space weapon. The government failed to take into account only one point: no matter how secretive the development is, society will definitely find out about it. During the live broadcast of the launch of a new SpaceX rocket, which was supposed to deliver another cargo to the International Space Station, an unexpected and impressive event occurred. At the moment when the rocket reached the upper atmosphere and accelerated to orbital speed, something strange appeared in the frame of a camera installed on one of the rocket stages. A few minutes after the launch, as the audience watched the first stage separation, a fast-moving object could be seen in the background. It was round in shape, glowed with a faint blue light, and moved at a speed exceeding that of a rocket. The news of the discovered UFO quickly attracted the attention of both the general public and experts in the field of astronomy and astronautics. The discovery of the strange object on live television caused a wave of tension and speculation in the international arena. Some states expressed concern about the possibility of creating new secret technologies and weapons. In response to these concerns, the governments of leading countries began to demand explanations and independent investigations. Some countries, especially those with long-standing suspicions about U.S. space programs, saw this as an opportunity to accuse NASA and SpaceX of violating international agreements on the peaceful use of space. But there were also those who offered to cooperate under the program. The United States and its allies, realizing that the discovery of the unique satellite could be used as a tool of pressure, began to actively explain their actions and assure the international community of the peaceful purposes of the program. However, they also used the situation to demonstrate their technological achievements and strengthen their positions on the world stage.
Launching and landing of rockets is not something that they invented, but something that they've perfected and something that they were able to bring to market.
Later, new details about the mysterious object emerged. It turned out that it was moving at a speed of more than 12,400 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest objects in space. However, the data has never been officially published, and the stated speed could only be an eyewitness guess. Other data indicated that the object disappeared and reappeared as if teleporting from place to place. In fact, this may be due to a flaw in the invisibility system mentioned earlier. There were many assumptions, but the truth turned out to be quite different. Under pressure from the media and the public, the corporations finally had to admit that it was not a weapon at all, but a top-speed satellite designed to collect data on the Earth's atmosphere. The unique design of the satellite and its propulsion system allowed it to reach incredible speed, making it an ideal tool for studying the upper atmosphere. That's why parts of the aircraft were delivered to the SpaceX base, and that's why the government funded this project. So what conclusions can we draw from this event? The launch of the UFO was a historic moment that demonstrated the incredible capabilities of NASA and SpaceX. This event also made it clear that much of the footage of the UFO could be just footage of testing of similar top-secret technologies. This time, the public managed to force the government to tell us what happened, but who knows how many more such satellites and space fighters may be in development, or even in our orbit. You may be disappointed that the object launched by NASA and SpaceX was not an alien spacecraft, but it was still an incredible achievement that'll help us better understand our planet.
And as we move, to the moon and Mars and beyond, we're writing the narrative of human spaceflight right now. So
this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this incredible event. Share your theories and opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with other events related to space research and UFO sightings. See you soon.